big story coming in at the moment from Bihar. The Nitish Kumar Tejashwi Yadav government has won the trust vote. A head count is currently underway. The BJP had staged a walkout from the assembly while Nitish Kumar was speaking. But Nitish Kumar won that floor test. There was no division required. The Chief Minister won the floor test by a voice vote, and now currently the head count is underway. In fact, the BJP MLAs did come back to the assembly after the head count was underway. They again walked out of the Bihar assembly. They'd walked out earlier when the Chief Minister was making his speech regarding what his vision for governance is and why he decided to break ties with the BJP, go with the RJD. It was expected, of course, that they will sail through this trust vote, considering that they had many more MLAs than required from the halfway mark of 122. They had over 160 MLAs who were with the Mahagathbandhan, 77 BJP legislators in the Bihar assembly. With that, Nitish Kumar has won the trust vote by voice vote. A head count is currently underway because no division of votes has been sought. The floor test has been won by Nitish Kumar, but on a day when again the whole image of the RJD and the corruption taint on them surfaced yet again, with the CBI raiding some of the top RJD leaders, be it MLC Sunil Singh, considered very close to the Lalu Prasad Yadav family, or the RJD MP from Rajya Sabha, Ashfaq Karim. Both of them raided. As far as the case is concerned, this was a land for job scam case. But even as those raids were on, the trust vote, which has now been won by Nitish Kumar and Tejashwi Yadav, and those pictures coming from the assembly there, will give the Mahagathbandhan, of course, a boost. Though this was a foregone conclusion. Let me go across to Alok for more details. Alok, the BJP staged a walkout first when the Chief Minister was speaking, and then I understand that they came back and the head count was on and they again staged a walkout.
Well, they first staged a walkout, like you said, when Nitish Kumar was speaking. Then they returned after a while and realized that the head count would happen. And so they said, no, this is not right. And they walked out again. Nevertheless, like you said, this is all a formality because Nitish Kumar and Tejashwi Yadav have and comfortably have the numbers to win this test of this floor test or confidence motion. What was striking to see was the speeches that were made by the BJP, by Tejashwi Yadav, and even by Nitish Kumar. In the assembly. A lot of the content of all those speeches, especially by the RJD-JDU, had to do with the CBI raids that had taken place today. And the CBI, of course, at the homes of top Lalu Prasad Yadav aides in a case that relates to alleged corruption when Lalu Yadav was the Railway Minister of India between 2004 and 2009. So that kind of stole the limelight. And even in the assembly, I think the two or three things that were very striking was, number one, the RJD and Tejashwi Yadav pointed attack on the BJP. Tejashwi Yadav, in fact, called the ED, the CBI and the income tax stooges of the BJP and said that whenever the BJP is scared, it kind of unleashes these agencies, especially on the opposition, but the RJD and Biharis are not going to be scared. The main point of contention between the BJP and the JDU was, number one, on Jungle Raj, the allegations by the BJP that Bihar law and order is deteriorating with each passing day because of the new government, and on Nitish's personal ambitions that the BJP claimed he wanted to be Prime Minister, and he had disrespected the mandate of the people given in 2020 because of his personal ambitions. Nitish Kumar hit back to say that, look, I have no such ambitions. My only ambition is to work for the people of Bihar, and that I do not want to become Prime Minister. He then attacked the BJP, saying that, these people were saying so much, that so much would be done in the 75th year of India's independence. Where were they during the fight for independence? And he said that these people, referring to the BJP, will even finish off Bapu, which is Mahatma Gandhi. Just one more point. There was an interesting cricket debate between Tarkishore Prasad, the BJP leader and former Deputy Chief Minister, and Tejashwi Yadav, the current one. So Tarkishore Yadav said that Nitish Kumar is the kind of batsman who will willingly get his partner run out for his individual ambition. When Tejashwi Yadav was speaking, he responded to that and saying that, you see, I am a cricketer and this partnership will create a lot of chaos in the BJP This is a never-ending innings. It will be historic. Our partnership will be long. No one is going to be run out. So all of these interesting things taking place on a day when the RJD-JDU won the trust vote and the CBI landed up at the doors of many Lalu Prasad Yadav aides.